You still don't understand what it means for me to be a lawyer, do you? It means that sometimes people tell me things in confidence, and I'm expected not to repeat them. So if you should overhear something, you have an ethical responsibility to be quiet.
Ross, you're you and I am me. Besides, it doesn't matter. The whole thing's over anyway.
What do you mean? What's over?
Well, now that Daddy dropped the charges against Billy.
You're kidding me. Nope. When did this happen?
Last night, when you were spending what was supposed to be our Valentine's dinner, letting Bridget Reardon cry on your shoulder.
So you get back at me by deciding not to tell me something you knew I needed to know.
Well, you never asked. And when I tried to talk to you this morning, you were just too busy lecturing me on discretion. I couldn't get a word in edgewise.
I cannot believe that your father just up and dropped the charges. Why would he do such a thing?
Well, isn't that the new assistant DA over there? Ask him.
I will. Annie. Okay, Ross. Good to see you again.
Laney.
Did you say yellow was your favorite color?
Holly, this is amazing. You must have ESP.
No, it was just an excuse. To see you again.
Usually the house isn't this messy, but, our cleaning lady just quit.
But don't worry about it. It's a great-looking house. Lots of nice-looking things.
Oh, thanks. It's really my son's house. I'm just living here temporarily. Can I get you some coffee or anything?
Oh, actually, I was hoping to buy you some coffee or breakfast or brunch, whatever, but I didn't know you'd be babysitting.
Oh, me neither.
You know, it's hard to believe. You're this cute little girl's.
Yeah. Well, that's what happens when you have your babies as young as I had mine. Her mama's going to be back very soon. She's got pastries in the oven. Oh, actually, I got to get them out. Can you? Would you mind? I'll be right back. Got to grab her underneath. Careful. I'll be right back. Be right back. Sweetheart, don't go. Hi. Yeah. Holly. Oh, that is just so sweet. I just had the best idea. Well, if you still want to take me out to breakfast, I was thinking that maybe we could take the baby and drop her off over at the diner with Eleni on the way over.
Oh, no, listen. It's no problem. I don't mind sticking around, huh?
Oh, you were just being nice. Hey, Marina, this nice man is going to help me get you dressed. Isn't he sweet? Oh, you're going to love it. You're going to love it. It's going to be just fun. We're going to go see Mommy. Yeah.
Excuse me. Dr. Guthrie.
Yeah.
I'm Danny Robinson. I work with Jim Haggerty over the DA's office.
Oh, yeah. How is Jim?
He's good. He's out of town for a few days. Actually, he's meeting his fiance's parents.
Oh, Jim is getting married?
I couldn't believe it either. I recognize you from your picture. You did an article on drug-resistant TB that was in the paper, right?
Yeah. Oh, that picture was horrible.
No. But I can't say it did you justice. You don't know how much Jim used to talk about you. I feel like I already know you.
Oh, well, you know, Jim and I only went out a couple of times.
You made a very strong impression.
Oh, Brittany.
Huh?
I don't know if you've heard, but Billy's been cleared. All the charges have been dropped. There will be no trial, nothing. He can go back to real life, try and get it together. I hope that puts some of your worries to rest.
Oh, yeah. Some of them. Thanks for telling me.
Call me if you need.
Okay.
I don't suppose that you're free tonight, are you?
Well, I don't know. I might be. Why?
Actually, there's a Fellini retrospective in town, and I think tonight they've got Dolce Vita on. Would you like to go?
Yes. As a matter of fact, I would love to go.
These just arrived for you.
For me?
No, actually, for you.
So, who's the secret admirer?
I have no idea, but
Well, maybe there's
certainly not Bridget.
a card. Here.
Excuse me. Beg your pardon. believe it's mine.
Oh, that's right. I forgot everything that comes your way is confidential, isn't it? You're really not going to tell me?
No. It's none of your concern.
Wow. Thank you for deciding that for me, Ross. I don't know what I'd do without you. You're supposed to meet Nadine?
Now. We were going to have lunch together. We had everything worked out.
I don't get this. This doesn't make sense. I don't understand why they would leave this house totally open like this.
Oh, I know. I came and the door was half open. I rang the doorbell, nobody answered. I stuck my head in to see if anyone was here, and then you showed up.
Well, maybe Nadine thinks you're supposed to meet her at the restaurant. Why don't you try that?
You can call me Paulie.
Oh, okay, Paulie.
And your name?
Blake Thorpe. Well, actually, soon to be Blake Marler.
Marler? You don't mean Ross Marler, the attorney?
Yes. Why, do you know him?
Are you kidding? I am one of his biggest fans.
Oh, hi, Nadine.
Hi.
Here.
Oh, were you sitting here? I'm sorry. I thought this table was empty.
No, that's all right. Make yourself at home. I've been hogging this table all morning long because I don't have an office. They're rewiring. It's taking a small forever. You look awfully nice.
Oh, well, thank you. I'm meeting somebody. Lunch date. These are gorgeous. Where'd you get them?
Actually, I was kind of wondering why I got them.
Oh, well, I can see why. I think they delivered them to the wrong person. No wonder you were so confused.
Yeah, I was, in a way.
Well, actually, I think it's lucky that I sat down here because these are for me.
They're for you?
Uh-huh. See the card? I'll never forget you, Paul Hardman. That's my lunch date. I have never seen a man so big on flowers. I bet he had them sent over here so they'd be here when I arrived.
Oh.
Isn't it sweet?
Yes. Nadine, if you don't mind my asking, how well do you know the man?
Oh, well, we just met at the Towers Club a few nights ago. But it was one of those things where we just hit it off like we'd known each other forever. I mean, he looked at me like I was about 22 years old when he sat down, and, well, I don't know, it just felt good. I mean, I haven't had that happen for a while since I left the TV station. I guess I sort of missed it. So you could say that Paulie is the best thing that's happened to me in months.
Well, it's good to see you so happy.
Thanks. Although, to tell you the truth, happiness was seeing the look on Buzz's face when he heard I had this date. I mean, he turned purple and I was in heaven. Oh. I hope I got the time right. I thought he said noon.
Well, he has been away, and he just got back in town recently, so, you know, he might be lost.
How did you know he was away? Do you two know each other? Thanks. Bye. Well, I called the diner and Paulie didn't go back there. Maybe you're right. Maybe he did get lost. I mean, I'd hate to think that he stood me up.
No. I'm sure it's not that.
Ross, where exactly do you know Paulie from?
I don't know. When I saw him the other night, I knew him. I couldn't remember the exact circumstances. He hasn't happened to say if he's going to stay in town or why he came back in the first place, has he?
Oh, well, we haven't covered that ground yet, but I'm sure that if he has a good reason to stay, he'll stay.
Now I remember where I saw you. I saw your picture in the paper. You're the one that Marler gave everything up for, the whole ball of wax. But now that I see you in person, I can see the method to his madness. Because with all due respect, you are a major babe.
Thanks. How did you say you know Ross?
Oh, we met years ago, here and there, but he probably wouldn't even remember me. But I've been following his career for years. Where's he practicing law, though, now?
He's a office on 5th Street and Locust Avenue.
Oh, big firm?
No, actually, he works alone. He likes it that way. It's close to where we live.
Oh, nice, Nick. Oh, so you must live on Locust Avenue.
Oh, no, we live on Elwood. It's that carriage house. It's almost a landmark, actually.
Very nice. I love old houses. I mean, they have such personality, don't they? I mean, like this house. Nadine has done a great job here, hasn't she?
Oh, no, actually, it was Nadine's daughter-in-law who did most of this.
That's right. I don't know what I'm thinking. She told me this was her son's house, but still, the decor, I mean, this is exceptional. Must have been in the family for years, huh? And this.
You know, I would be a little careful with that because Frank bought that for his wife for Valentine's Day, and it's just kind of fragile, and you should put it back.
You know, I guess Nadine forgot about me. Maybe we did get our signals crossed. Maybe I should take your advice and go see if she is waiting for me.
You're not going to go by the diner, are you?
No, I'm not going to take Nadine out to eat in her family business.
Oh, yeah, I know you wouldn't do that. But if you do go by there, would you do a favor for me?
Anything.
Would Nadine's son Frank, he's a big guy, you know, burly, kind of bear.
We've met.
Tell him that I'm looking for him.
Sure thing. And listen, good luck on your upcoming nuptials. May the marriage of true minds never admit any impediments.
Here we are.
Yeah, and I'm still here. Stood up and broken-hearted again. Ricky Nelson sang that song. Do you remember that song? I mean, are you as ancient as I am to remember that song? I feel like I'm getting so old.
Nadine, you're not, I'm not. Besides, Ricky in his heyday was pretty darn good. Why don't you let me buy you lunch?
Oh, that's so sweet of you, Ross. But no, I think I'm just going to go home. Thanks anyway.
Don't you want your flowers?
No, I don't. Because a rose by any other name still stinks if it's sent by some jerk. You know what I mean?
I'll never forget you. Forget me for what?
Polly Hartman.
What's the matter? You don't like roses? It's a token of my regard.
Look, if this is supposed to be funny, I'm afraid I just don't get the joke.
No. I know this sounds weird. It seems weird, but I don't know how to approach this.
Approach what? Mr. Hartman, I'm sorry, but I barely remember you.
Well, I'll never forget you, Mr. Marlowe. You sent me to prison years ago. And I want to thank you for saving my life.
And so he pushed for the maximum sentence.
Well, this is certainly a first. I mean, usually I get hate mail, not yellow roses.
I'm not going to lie to you. I hated you at first. I blamed you for all my problems, for catching time. That's what they call it on the inside, catching it. Like you're not doing anything. You're just standing around. All of a sudden, someone snatches you up, and they put you in jail. But when I was there, I was forced to take a hard, cold look at myself, and I didn't like what I saw. I saw an aging hipster with no education, lucky to still be alive. So jail was a second chance for me. I got into rehab. I read a ton of books. I got a high school diploma, and I came to realize that I was not a bad person. I just did a bad thing.
Mr. Hartman, what is it that you want from me? A commendation?
No, I just want to let you know that it's different. I'm different. I'm looking for a job now. I've met a very nice woman. And so if my name comes up, I don't want you to run me down. I'd appreciate that. Because I paid my debt, and I'm just looking for a chance to start over.
Oh, you're both still here.
Hi,
Great. Well, this is a coincidence, isn't it? I mean, I hear you two go way back, but I never got the whole story.
Practically another lifetime. But we'll have to wait to reminisce and until later. You'll excuse me?
Oh, Paulie, I am so sorry. I made such a mess of this date. Blake told me that you went over to pick me up at the house, and I was waiting for you the whole time right here.
Listen, let's pretend like this never happened. Let's start all over.
Okay. Oh, thank you for the flowers. How did you know that roses were my favorite?
Lucky guess?
Yeah, it's me. What's happening? Yeah, I'll call him back. Anything else? Billy Lewis did what? Is he in custody? All right, thank you. Hi, Tangy. Is Vanessa?
It's not a good time, really.
Why don't you come on in? I have a lot to say to you.
I've tried to stay out of this thing between you and Roger for obvious reasons. After all, I am marrying Blake. But when I heard that Billy confessed to the shooting, I figured you could use a friend, and I just wanted you to know that I'm here.
Oh, good. Well, thanks a lot. Now you're here. Wonderful. Where were you when I really needed you, huh? When I needed a lawyer. Seems to me I remember you were at the police station, and then when I asked you to be our lawyer, you kind of turned around and walked away. Isn't that right? And aren't I right? I mean, didn't we live together? Didn't we actually love each other? And somehow you were able to find it in your heart to deny me.
Oh, no,
The one
I don't
thing
think
that
you
I
want to
really,
get into
really
this. You want to talk
needed.
about being denied, Vanessa?
No.
If so, we could talk a lot more about Dinah,
Why don't you
couldn't we?
leave?
You know, 25 years ago, I fell in love with you, and I was so in love I would have sold my soul for you, but we couldn't seem to work it out. I don't think we were meant to work it out in the long run, but nobody, you included, can tell me that I no longer care. I've just known you too long, Vanessa. And I know that you're alone and scared, and you're afraid of trying to make it through tonight when you know you probably won't be able to make it through the next few weeks. So don't give me any of this crap, all right? It's me. It's Ross. You don't have to pretend.
Okay.
Gee, Ross, where are the flowers you got yesterday? I thought for sure I'd see them around the house.
I just left them at company, I guess. They were from a grateful client from many years ago.
And you couldn't tell me that yesterday?
Well, at the time when I got them, I couldn't quite place who he was.
He? Oh, yeah, right. You're telling me they were from a grateful male ex-client?
Yes, that's right.
So why did he take so long to show his appreciation?
Because, my dear, he just got out of prison.
And he's thanking you?
Honey, this is a long, boring, intricate story that I'd rather not get into at the moment, all right?
Fine.
Where are you going?
Shopping. Oh, you know what? Yesterday, I ran into this guy over at Frank's house, and it turns out that he's a big fan of yours and mine. Apparently, he read about you giving up your Senate seat, and he's very impressed with our love affair.
What was this guy doing at Frank's?
He was waiting for Nadine. I guess they had a date.
What was this fellow's name, hon?
I don't know, Paul something. Actually, he called me a major babe, but he was very nice about it. He also thought that we were going to have gorgeous children, and he was very happy that you were practicing here in town. Why are you getting that look?
Honey, it's just that, you know, people like ourselves who are in the public eye every once in a while, it's best to keep our private lives private.
Well, it wasn't like I was giving away secrets or anything. Besides, he was very nice and very charming when I was talking to him, and unless there's something else going on I don't know about. Do you know who this person is?
Well, how could I know if you can't even remember the guy's last name?
Fine, okay. I'll make a point to remember it next time I see him.
All right. Have fun shopping, Major Babe.
I always do.
Morning.
Do you work here now?
I'm filling in briefly, at least I hope briefly. Can I interest you in some body lotion?
Oh, no, thanks. I saw the sign. Listen, is Dottie around?
Not yet. She'll be back soon.
I was wondering if she came up with any more relics from my grandfather's estate.
Your great.
Adam Thorpe.
Oh, Roger's no, I don't know. She'll be back soon, I hope.
Let me ask you a question.
Okay.
Does a man like getting flowers from a woman?
A man likes anything he can get from a woman. Why?
Well, let me put it this way. If you got flowers from a woman, would you find it kind of suggestive, romantic?
Depends on the woman, you know. Mrs. Popoff gave me a bouquet because I was out of commission, but I didn't take that as suggestive.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Hey, have you talked to Nadine this morning?
Hey, not yet.
Well, I was wondering if she connected with her date yesterday. She thought he stood her up, but...
She connected.
Oh, good. That's good. She was really happy about him. And... Oh, I'm sorry. Am I being insensitive?
No, I was just wondering that she doesn't know the guy very well. That's, you know.
Well, I met him. I thought he was kind of nice. And, of course, Ross may think otherwise, but hey, I liked him.
Ross knows him?
Oh, he thinks he might. Now, this is perfect.
Buzz. Hi, Mr. Marler. I'm sorry to bother you, but there's some questions I want to ask you about I don't know what you call him, a mutual acquaintance of ours, Paul Hardman.
Come on in.
Thanks.
What about him?
He's dating my ex-wife, Nadine.
Yeah, I know that.
Well, no, it's not what you think. There's no strings between me and Nadine. I'm not jealous. Well, I'm not very jealous, but it's beside the point. I have an old friend who knows about his record, and she knows him from way back and says he's a scum of the earth. I assume you know that the guy just spent 13 years in jail for robbing a savings and loan and shooting a guard. And so I wanted to talk to him before I told Nadine, and we had a interesting experience.
Why don't you sit down?
Yeah.
So what happened?
Well, he made an effective pitch for another chance. He said he'd served his time. He's learned his lessons. He wanted a fresh start, but then he got overconfident. He wanted to get me in on some deal, and I couldn't figure out just what. But anyway, I'm getting bad vibes about this guy being around a member of my family, you know, and I can't. Nadine is sort of not receptive to criticism, if you know what I mean, and I don't know where to go from here.
Well, Nadine is lucky to have you looking out for her, I think. I'm the prosecutor that put Paul Hardman away for 13 years.
Yeah?
And when I had a discussion with him just yesterday at company, he gave me a big pitch, too. But he was glad that I put him away, interrupted his career of crime. He was grateful to me, wanted to let bygones be bygones. And to prove that, he gave me a dozen yellow roses.
He gave you a dozen roses?
Yeah.
Well, that's a different approach.
Yeah, a little too different for this prosecutor's taste. The thing is, though, like you, I want to know, what does Paul Hardman really want here?
O-A-T-T-O-R-N.
That's right.
I thought maybe both of us together could figure out what this Paulie Hardman's angle is, besides smiling and oiling his way into everybody's lives.
Well, I think we have to, Buzz, because the more I hear about him, the more uneasy I get. One-handed.
I got a sort of whiff of what he was about when he did the hypothetical deal, but he wouldn't be pinned down as to the details. You got any ideas?
I think the only reason he's in town is for the money.
You heard about that $400,000 you almost got away with. Something like that. Oh, God. Exactly.
You know, I was prosecutor on that case, as I told you, and I want to keep the myth alive that crime doesn't pay, so all the truth didn't come out in that trial. That $400,000 is still out there. The money was never found.